All right. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome back. We are here today with some more Resident Evil Remake. Just going to be a chill stream, as I call it, back to basics, baby, with the best remake of all time, in my opinion, Resident Evil Remake 2002. What else can I say about this remake? It was awesome playing it for you guys yesterday. We did Chris Redfield with the King from Tekken mod. Now, I will report to say today that I unfortunately do not have a good mod for Jill today. It seems like every single mod is for, because usually they'll put a mod in for a certain costume select, and apparently the only way to do the Jill mod specifically is to get the miniskirt costume, because then it is a skin for said miniskirt costume. Like literally, mostly like 90% of them, 95% of them that were, cool looking or that ran, you need that costume. So I don't really have like a great costume for Jill today, unfortunately. But we'll still have fun with it. I'm just gonna play through as Jill. Yeah, it's just going to be a new game, just like yesterday. We are playing this on Steam. Obviously, we're playing the PC version of this game today. So yeah, that's going to be the plan as for today, just to play through as Jill. And then obviously, we'll do other streams that are a little bit more challenging, like your invisible enemy and all that stuff. Because to 100% this on Steam, you have to pretty much do the same exact achievements and trophies that are on every other version. And we've done this before. We've done this 3 times over, really 4 times over, if you really think about it. Well, I guess this would be the 4th time. Yeah, because I did, well, yeah, this would be my 4th time total, 3rd time on camera doing it, or on stream doing it. So I completed Remake on the PS4 back when it came out. Got the platinum when this was finally ported in 2015. Okay, 2014, 2015, because the Japanese version came out as well. So it was like late 2014, early 2015. And then I completed it back then. Then I did the Xbox One version, completed that. Then I did the Xbox 360 version and completed that, because they are separate list of achievements. So PS3 and PS4 are one. Xbox One and 360 are separate, so I had to do them separately. And now we're on the PC version. So if I do this, I will actually fully complete Remake across the board on everything. Obviously, GameCube, I've completed that years ago, got all the unlockables and stuff like that. But anyway, just want to say hello to the chat. Thank you guys for coming in here. Got Cruel Melody in here. King, Shadow, of course. Jake, Hambrick is in here. Hambrick, sorry. No problem. If you're late to the stream, you're good. Cruel Melody is at work and listening. CT is here. He says 7 minutes is all I can spare to be 7 minutes late. Jahado's in here. Are me and John going to play some RE games closer to Requiem? Yeah, we have some plans, to do, a few different streams, probably in January, like leading into February. But it's not going to be like a legacy series or anything like that. It's not going to be as intense. But yes, we plan on doing some streams with John in studio, doing that. So what's up, Lucius? And we got F. Boylan in here. We got Tyrell in here. What do you think of the R9 news that we won't get a demo? Is that what's going on around the internet? I don't think that's true. Personally, I don't think that's true. Yeah, I wouldn't put much like stake into that, because it's who knows? It could just be a complete lie. We haven't heard anything official from Capcom. So, like I said, until we get the Game Awards and we get, the Resident Evil event and you see something different, then I guess we should worry at that point. If we have those events happen and that's it, you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't really have much to say on that. But I don't know. It came from an interview with Requiem's producer Masato Kumazawa. Interesting. I'll take a look at it. I mean, might as well, right? It's just another thing we got to do a video on. Yeah, okay, so he confirmed all that stuff is fake. Uh, I don't see anything. I see him calling the other thing like fake, like the Leon stuff fake. I don't see him denying the demo though. I just see him denying the fake Leon stuff. Sorry, fans. Resident Evil Requiem won't be getting a public demo as Capcom focuses on creating the best quality game. Oh, we don't. Oh, okay, I see it. We don't have a plan. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. I see him call. I see him calling this stuff uh, out, calling it not fake, or calling it fake rather. The Leon stuff. And then it says update on November 18th. He says that he acknowledges there's are playable demos of Resident Evil Requiem as. Okay. Okay. So interesting. I will duly note it. Thank you guys for letting me know about that. I don't know. I mean, you would think so, Lucius. You would think. Sorry, guys. I'll get to the game. Believe me, this won't take me long, this playthrough. I'm just sending this to my group chat, me, John, and Dustin, so everyone knows that we're all on the same page. Maybe he means another demo. The hints that everyone else has played at shows. I mean, maybe. I mean, we've thought about that, right? Where like they had different demos for different, shows, or like you had the maiden demo for RE, 8 or Village, whatever you want to fucking call it at this point. It's still RE8. So like there was different like demos before. They could easily make a different demo for home release, but I don't know. That's kind of like a bummer because it's just going to be, because what the fuck are you going to show? The only thing you're going to show at a showcase in January, if you don't have the demo, is just like another trailer, maybe some other things, like another announcement for Resident Evil. Like that's the only other thing, like, a remake announcement of something else. Because like, why would you have a whole showcase then to just show another trailer? I mean, obviously, yeah, you show a trailer at a showcase, that's cool. But at the same time, I don't know. It's kind of like a weird, warped thing. You know what I mean? I just think that's disappointing. Like, I feel really bad for. I just feel bad, for just all of us, basically, that, like, didn't get a chance to go out to these shows. You know what I mean? What's up, Cougar Man in here? And Kenjiro, what's going on, man? Yeah, we're playing some more RE. What's up, Matt Clyburn? Requiem looking boring. Yeah, you're definitely not a fan of Requiem in that case. So, can't change your mind. So, vote with your wallet, man. I don't know what else you want, So, it is what it is. It ain't going to appeal to everybody. I don't know. It's doesn't really make much sense to me anyway. As far as like how they're going about it, and if there isn't any kind of demo after all, that's really fucked up. But anyway, let's get into this. We're just casually playing it today. We're not. I mean, obviously, like we're trying to get the little miscellaneous achievements on Steam. I don't have notifications on, so you won't see them pop up. But basically, we're gonna try to beat this as Jill, and then just unlock more stuff. Kind of take it from there. If you guys are just joining, hit that like button. Thank you for coming in. Thank you for chatting. Yeah, we were just kind of chatting about some of the news right there. Well, apparently, according to the RE9 producer, there won't be a demo for the public. So me, John, and Dustin will work on a video talking about this tomorrow. We intended to meet up tomorrow anyway to work on content. This obviously will get pushed to the front because it's RE9 news, so we kind of have to prioritize that a little bit. But yeah, so let's do it. We're going to just, again, kind of play through this. Don't really have, crazy stuff on. We're obviously going to do climbing a mountain. But this time we're going to do Jill, and we'll do... Hello, James. Hello. We'll do BSA. Fuck it. It's been a while since I've ran this costume. But yeah, I just think that's really dumb. That, like, if this is the case, if there is going to be no demo, unless this guy is just saying this, that you would only put it behind, you know, a con or a game convention, whatever. I just think that's so dumb. Yeah, I know he did dispel the rumor. He said all the Leon stuff was fake. So
I think
Frank says they could have remade Nemesis to be this good if they cared. Yeah, I mean, shit, man. Oh shit. God damn it. I thought I had the fucking. So I can. Cause I have the trainer to skip the doors. Door skips are on. Now it should be off. We have a door skip mod on as well.
Barry!
What is it?
Look out! It's a monster!
It's a monster! Hello, Jimmy. The only way I could see no demo at this point is if they were planning it and somehow fumbled. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they ran out of time and resources. I don't know. I just think that, well, yeah, apparently RWK, there may not be a demo, according to the producer. I mean, I don't know. It's a very odd, just way of marketing things. Like, it's just, you know, because again, like, what are you going to show in January other than,
Thanks.
I don't know, a new trailer showing Leon, you know, like little things like that. But like I said, the biggest thing is like, okay, so if you are going to show more Resident Evil 9 stuff, what, you know, the question is the showcase going to be, is it going to be just another Resident Evil announcement as well? Like, what do you do? You know, is this showcase really supposed to be like the 30th anniversary showcase, if you know what I mean? Where it's mostly like, you know, they're gonna just show the last RE9 trailer before launch, and then they're going to show maybe another Resident Evil announcement. I don't know. I mean, we are kind of waiting for what that next remake is going to be, and it's the 30th anniversary, so it's not just an RE9 showcase, it's a Resident Evil showcase. So my theory is, if they don't have a demo to drop that day, then there could be another Resident Evil announcement. I think I would have to do something up their sleeve to impress us. Yeah, like, I mean, does it make me change my opinion on RE9 so far? No. I just think that as far as the marketing, it's just been very, like, it's been very, very strange. Because I don't hate the trailers that we got. I don't hate the footage that we've seen. But if this is the case, if we don't get any demo, I just think that's more of a bummer. More than anything. So, I don't know. I just think that is a really low thing to do when you've done it for every other Resident Evil in recent years. Like, even when you're talking the RE Engine era onward. I don't know. But we'll see. I mean, I don't know why he would say that and not mean it. Like, why would the producer say that and just not, like, mean it, right? Because I want to be like, oh, maybe it's like a weird translation thing, or maybe it's like, but it's like, I don't know. He seemed pretty, just from what I looked at that article, it's a legit article. We got the source. We'll use that for our video that we talked about it. This is why I like that you guys let me know about this. Lucius, all you guys, Golden Freak, everybody in the community that keeps me up to date, because this is just uploaded like the other day. I just didn't see it. But, you know, sometimes I'm busy streaming or I'm editing stuff and I don't see things as they break, right? Or sometimes it doesn't put in there the Discord, right? So, like, you know, it's a little bit different. But, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of, like, processing it still. Like, I'm still kind of bummed. I'm like, shit, dude, this is kind of, like, you know. Like, it's not the end of the world if we don't get a demo. Like I said, it doesn't affect how I feel about the game. I don't think it would affect how you guys feel about the game. But it just sucks because it's like, we want to play it. And everybody else has played it. And all these bigger YouTubers have played it, right? Like the big shots. Or maybe they, you know, they got a certain, they got certain access to it because they, you know, have an account on YouTube and they have a big presence, you know. I don't know. They're saying get fucked with this game between the pre-order BS and now that, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. Developers lie all the time for our own good, but I can't see how this helps. Yeah, I mean, the Leon stuff, I get coming out and saying, listen, guys, the Leon shit's just fake. It's not DLC. The eye patch is fake. Cool. Like, that's verified. Awesome. But the demo thing, you just put that on there like, yeah, I don't think we're going to do a demo. It's like, but you have one. You have one, literally, that you brought to Europe. You brought it to the States. Sorry, I just wanted to adjust that. There we go. Leon is different because they don't want to spoil the plot. Yeah, exactly. Like, that makes sense. But it's just like to throw in, oh yeah, the demo, like, that ain't happening. It's like, wow. So, but then it also means that we might get some other stuff at the RE showcase that isn't RE9. And what does that entail? Well, it could be another remake that they've been working on, right? Like, it could mean a few different things if that is the case. Because, you know, unless it's like, because if you notice, it's a RE showcase. It's not like a Requiem showcase. They just called it, you know, Resident Evil showcase. And maybe closer towards the beginning of the year, they'll have a date and they'll say, oh, this is going to show, you know, RE9 only. Or it might say, hey, RE9 and other announcements. Then you're going to be like, oh, shit. You know, then it's kind of wide open. It's wide open for any announcement. We know they've been working on other things other than RE9, right? So this isn't like a surprise. It's just a matter of like how they want to do it and how they want to go about it. And how they've been going about this marketing has been very like interesting. And I don't think I'm as upset as other people are in terms of like not seeing gameplay or whatever. Or like, like combat, you know? Because, like, I know it's in there. It's just a matter of, like, it's just a weird thing. With the pre-orders, like you guys are saying, like Cruel and Lucius are saying, it's odd. And I get the Leon stuff, you know? Do you think Silent 2 Remake will appear at the Xbox Showcase? Terrific, Jewel. I hope so, because that thing just needs to drop on Xbox already. I think fans deserve that much, to be honest with you. Yeah, I don't know. We're gonna talk about that tonight on the Game Complainers. Like, I have a bone to pick with the Game Awards because I think some of the shit that they pulled with those nominations is bullshit. Absolutely bullshit. I will say, it's nice not to have to worry about the fucking small keys, for once. Okay. And we have the extra inventory slot, which is nice. 100 days away. Oh, you did say that. Sorry, I missed that, CT. Yeah, 100 days away from RE9, so it's close. Oh, you don't have the lighter yet. Tactical RPG Resident Evil would be cool. Yeah, well, all we got right now is a mobile game with building and all that stuff. So, unless they did something in that realm, in the mobile space, the survival unit really takes off. Oh yeah, we do need to get the lighter as well. Hell yeah. Gotta love the headshots. I see online has a new ESRB rating briefly appeared on Xbox Store, so why not announce it? Yeah, I really don't know, man. And honestly, when is that showcase? Is that tomorrow? When is that? I did see it scheduled, but I don't know when it is. I didn't mind the mobile game when I played of it. Like I said, I only played a couple hours of it. I was playing a little bit more today because me and John will probably do a video on it. Probably like next week or something, like when it gets like settled in. Some of you guys might want to see me live stream it, but I haven't really experimented with how to get that running properly. But, you know, I think I might as well just do it. It just might not be this week, but I'll have to figure it out. I have to figure out like how to get it running smoothly. Because I have an Android, so it's a little more difficult to get it moving. All right. Death Stranding Shadow dropped on Xbox, and it was PlayStation exclusive. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, I hope they would just say, hey, Silent Hill 2 is out today, and that's it. And then if they... Xbox really doesn't press a lot of physical copies anymore for a lot of their games, unfortunately, so they can technically just shadow drop it and just call it a day. Morgan is the first time we've seen the forest. Yeah, they kind of like, you know, they kind of change stuff. They change the look of certain areas. You know, obviously it's just kind of like you know, an exaggerated version of the Arklay Mountains or an exaggerated version of the police station where the rooms look all like similar, but then they look big in like the combat sections and stuff like that. You know, GTA 6 at most anticipated over RE9 and they get delayed. It's possible, yeah, but you know. I guess it's whatever the people want. Rather not waste all my fucking defense weapons, but... Resident Evil was PlayStation exclusive. The first game technically was for a little bit until the Sega Saturn version came out. So it was never really a PlayStation exclusive. But RE3, you know, was, again, RE2 and 3 got the Dreamcast treatment, it got the GameCube treatment, it got PC treatment as well. RE1 was on PC and Sega Saturn. So it was never exclusively on, you know, PlayStation, even for home consoles. RE2 was, again, on N64. It was, you know, it was on other machines. But they first premiered on PlayStation as far as, like, by date. If you're going to clock it on the date, yeah, technically it hit PlayStation first, but it wasn't an exclusive. It was just like, you know, it came out, and then obviously, you know, the following, like a year after or maybe 10 months after, you got another version of the game. So that's, you know, that's kind of the history of that and those releases. Had 3 chances to win most anticipated. It did. Yeah, it really did. What's up, Jake? Welcome back. Fuck off. Where is it? The hell is it? It's not letting me pick it up? Hello? My pick a game of the year? I don't think I played enough to really say. I don't know why wasn't letting me pick up the... Oh, it was here. Okay. It probably just flew on the fucking balcony. Yeah, I haven't played like all this. Like, I haven't played Expedition. I haven't played Death Stranding 2. So I you know, personally, I don't know. I mean, I enjoyed Donkey Kong. I really enjoyed that on Switch 2. I enjoyed Mario Kart. So I've been enjoying a lot of Nintendo this year because the Switch 2 is like the newest console. So yeah, I haven't played that CT. I mean, I know it's literally in like all the categories. I'm sure it's good. You think Silent Hill never got as popular as Resident Evil because it's a deep psychological game? I don't know if it's because it's a psychological game that it didn't get enough, you know, credit. I mean, it got credit and it sold pretty well. But the biggest thing you got to remember is that Silent Hill had a lot of inconsistencies and it went away for a while. Where Ari did go away for a little bit, just a little bit. Where Silent Hill had a lot of, like, you know, just changes and abrupt changes, where Ari had like a slow and steady change, you could argue, with like the transition to action and stuff like that. But I feel like Silent Hill had more of an identity crisis than Ari at one point. If you play anything new this year, you got to give it a chance. It feels like old school and new school simultaneously. I know, I'm not into like that style of games, I guess, if you want to call them, you know, I don't even know what Expedition 33 really is. Is it like, you know, RPG? Is it strategy? Like, you know, I don't know. I haven't seen enough of it. And again, I sound ignorant towards it, but I'm really not trying to be. I just haven't, you know, I play a lot of old stuff. I go backwards a lot, you know, and that's for better or for worse. Because, like, you guys always tell me about these great horror games and these indie games that I definitely want to play. It's just a matter of, you know, trying to find time to play them, you know. When I'm not playing it, you know, a game on stream, you know. So time is precious sometimes, so you got to be like, all right, what am I playing on stream and what am I playing on my own? It's like Final Fantasy, says Kenjira. Yeah, and I'm not too into it. Like, I respect those games and I respect the design and I respect that Expedition is a more indie title. You know, they charged $49.99 for it when it came out. Of course, I got bit on the fucking ankle, but you got curb stomped, bitch. So I respect it. I mean, Terrific says, Silent Hill is a game for smarter players because the puzzles are deep and require outside knowledge. That's true. I don't think RE players are dumb either. I just think that Silent Hill, yeah, maybe it is a little bit more intricate, but I don't think that's why it's not successful. I think there was just it wasn't as successful for a time. Now it's back and it's selling pretty well. Silent Hill F sold well. Silent Hill 2 Remake sold well. So it's back in the limelight again. It's just it disappeared for over a decade, and Konami fucked the series up because they gave it to wrong hands and they gave it to people that fucked it up. Capcom always changed developers, but the problem is that Capcom sometimes has too many changes in the kitchen, so sometimes things get forgotten about, things don't get brought up again. So you got to remember that it's all relative to what happens internally with these developers. It's never just like the players are stupid or the players are smart and that's why they don't get it. It's like, no, that's not really the point. It's more so of the timing, and, you know, Silent Hill 1 through 3 were very successful. Then I got, you know, 4 was still good too. I liked 4. I played 1 through 4. But then once Team Silent kind of disbanded and they started to do a lot more experimenting and stuff like that, I don't think a lot of it worked, and I think they pissed off the fans. Silent Hill fans are hard to please. Resident Evil fans are hard to please. You're not going to win them all, you know? Kind of like older turn-based Final Fantasy, says Findley. The story was great too. Usually not a fan of that style of games, but I gave it a shot. Yeah, I mean, that maybe it's just me trying to maybe open up my mind more to playing a game like that. Like I said, it's not like I would never play a game like that, you know? Quentin says, what's up, Quentin? I'm the same. Game looks good. It looks great. And Final Fantasy, but I just can't get into playing them. However, I can sit and watch them. Yeah. That might be something where there might be something to that, you know? But not gonna lie, it's super disappointing that they've only shown that one section in trailers because it's only the horror section. Trying to keep my head up about it, but I'm still excited. Are you talking about RE9? Silent Hill and 2 Remake holds up better than the originals. I know some people are going to hate that. No, I mean, I think some people can adapt to the modern controls a lot better. I like both. I still like the originals, but I think there was great improvements in 2 Remake, Silent Hill 2. You know what I mean? So, you're not... I think for Silent Hill fans, like hardcore Silent Hill fans, they would probably get upset about that, but I don't think... yeah, I don't think you'll have a lot of people disagreeing with you that are kind of more like on the casual side. I think most people like the fact that they made those improvements. Oh, like the Dollhouse in 8. Oh, like how they only show like bits of... Yeah, well, the other thing about 8 is the marketing with that was kind of misleading because like John said in the last episode of the show, it became all about Lady D, and then they realized, well, Lady D isn't really in the game that much. You know what I mean? So... Dave says, Legend of Dragoon was A1. I'll never forget deleting my brother's save file as a kid on accident. He wanted to kill me. Oh, shit. Oh, man. Yeah, Legend of Dragoon, same thing. Like, I always, saw stuff on it, always loved it. Like, the style of it, you know what I mean? Like, loved watching it. I just never actually really played it. But, again, like, I respect all those old games, especially the older style ones that were, like, more limited, That stuff is always cool. I always find that, playing older games, it has those the charm to it, and you kind of see the progression of where it came from. You know what I mean? Like you're getting to a point where you could actually see all of these games flourish in such great engines, and they've never looked so good, and it's cool to see that. And I know that with something like Expedition, it's I like anybody that is, a smaller time developer team trying to do it because they love stuff like that. I think it was 4 discs. Yeah.
Barry.
Oh, Jill.
Oh, Jill. Here's some acid shells for you. Manuel, what's up? For example, Silent Hill 3 has a puzzle that requires William Shakespeare knowledge. Yeah, it can be challenging, and there's definitely puzzle difficulty in those games, and that's something that not even Resident Evil has. So
Team last month.
Quentin with the $4.99 says Road to Requiem. I haven't pre-ordered mine yet. I'm still going with the deluxe. February is going to be 6, Scream 7, and RE9 on the same day. I know. I got my birthday the same week. RE9 comes out. Scream 7 comes out. It's going to be a crazy fucking beginning of the year. Ryan Fain, what's up, man? So, that's the way that's going to go. It's going to be a busy-ass year. That's where I'm going. I'm like, where am I going? I'm like, oh, yeah, I got the imitation key. I got to go to the statue room. Expedition 33 is similar to Legend of Dragoon because it's turn-based, but you can also parry, and you need to time the button presses perfectly for maximum damage. Okay. Ghostface with a nuke. Silent F to me felt more like Evil Within 2. The enemies are similar. I haven't fully played Evil Within 2, but yeah, Silent F was whacked out. Whacked the fuck out. Didn't really have to shoot him, but, Crimson Head. Your knowledge of how much the deluxe edition for R9 is retailing for, because I'm gonna. I think it's $79.99, or is it $89.99? I'll check. Imitation key. There we go. Let me see. I'll pull up my Amazon thing real quick. I don't even know. I don't even know what happened in Silent Hill F. Like, I try to put something together, but yeah, in Capcom Spotlights and so Quentin, I don't know if you heard. Me and John are going to do a video tomorrow, but according to the producer, there will not be a Resident Evil 9 demo for us to play. Now, this is an official interview. I don't know why he would lie about that, but unfortunately, I don't know if that showcase is going to be as fulfilling as we think. Now, we definitely will get another trailer. However, you know, it's $89.99 plus tax, Kanjira, just to give you a idea. I don't know. That's what I was saying to Lucius and CT earlier. I was like, why don't they just do like a demo, like, you know, like the Maiden demo, or the, you know, the this, the that, like. So, yeah. So I will be addressing that. Me and John will both be talking about that in a video, probably. Can I give my thoughts on Silent F story spoilers? No, because I still got to beat it multiple times. So, and I don't know if people in the chat have played it, so just be mindful. So, I would say no, respectfully. Yeah, you have to beat it 3 times to get the true ending. Yeah, which I have barely had time to finish it a second time. So. Yeah, even like the RE4 Chainsaw demo would be sick. I agree. Ah, I should have just went for him. You have to tell them that you want the deluxe edition steelbook. That's it. I mean, it's on their website. I don't know why they're giving you a problem unless their stores aren't getting the deluxe edition. That's the only thing I can think of, honestly. Well, that's the thing that pisses me off, is like other people already played it, and it's like now you're just fucking with people. Now you're really just fucking with people, man. You know? RE9 Freaky Lady demo. Just give us, like, something. I don't know. Just weird decisions, man, that I sometimes don't even understand with these developers. GameStop will fuck up a cup of coffee if you let them. That is, yeah, that is a very true statement. They're just giving people wrong information, which is annoying. Because it's like, it's just so stupid. We got 36 people in here. Hit that like button if you're enjoying the stream. Thank you guys for coming in here and chatting it up. Like I said, today we're just kind of playing through Jill casually. Not really going for anything too crazy. First death mask. Melee button commands? I don't know if... Sorry. Probably not. I mean, I don't think Grace is going to be sitting roundhouse kicking people and shit, you know? Give me that death mask. Kanjira, you got to tell them that you want the deluxe edition Steelbook, and maybe they don't have it in store, and maybe that's why they didn't offer that to you. But it's at GameStop. Call games to the pre-order RE9. I had to explain to them that I want the deluxe with the Steelbook. They said they didn't know if the deluxe has a Steelbook. It's like the deluxe is a Steelbook, you fucking idiots at GameStop. What the fuck? That's what I don't understand. It's like, are they telling them anything? Like, all it takes is you to look, be like, oh shit, the deluxe has, it is a steel, it's literally a fucking Steelbook. They're thinking, oh, it's not a GameStop exclusive Steelbook. No, it's not. If you look at the Amazon listing or Best Buy or anywhere else, it literally says deluxe Steelbook. But GameStop employees would fuck that up. I was lucky. Really like the RE4 Combat. I hope there's something for fans for the newer RE games. Yeah, I mean, you can only hope. Going through Best Buy? Nice. Apparently they can't even see the cover. Yeah, well, it's like, it's on their website. See, that's what pisses me off. And you got to do this, Kenjira, if you're still listening. You literally got to pull it up on your phone, on their website, because it's fucking there. I guarantee you I can do it right now. Pull up the deluxe, be like, this is the fucking item number. This is what it is. Can I get this in store? Tell me yes or no. If I can't, I'll just order it on your website, or don't even give them the business, honestly. Unless that's like the only game store in your area, I would not give them the business, personally. But that's just my... That's my fucking take on that shit. I mean, if they did a surprise drop in January, they could. They could be letting people's guard down, but even so, it's just very clunky with how this is being handled. Or I'll have to head there to upgrade because the same shit they said to me is that they don't have it, and I'm like, what the fuck? Ltre already says they do. I remember when they used to hire people with knowledge. Yeah, so I will. So I have you on Facebook, right? So I will literally send this to you right now because this takes 2 seconds. I don't mind doing this. It's just I will send you the exact link from their website with the deluxe edition. Now, if it's gone off their website, then that's fucking on them. But I literally was trying because originally I was trying to get it from GameStop when it first dropped, but the website was like glitched, so I was like, fuck it, I'll just get it later. And then the Amazon link went up, and I was like, okay, cool, I'll just do the Amazon link. Pause that 1 second and see if this actually loads their site. They screwed me with the Dragon Ball Sparking Zero pre-order. Got 2 weeks late. Not a fit. Oh yeah, no, dude. They do not care about customer service anymore. They've stopped that a long time ago. And even back when they were like booming, they were still treating people like shit. They were still telling people wrong information and shit like that. Yeah, it's literally on their fucking site. What do you want it for? What console? Kenjira, PS5? What console are you asking for it for? Because they don't have it for PS4. This isn't a game that's on PS4 or Xbox One, obviously. But I will send you the exact link. Copy. Okay. I got you. Alright, just sent it on Facebook. Literally sent you the exact listing. You pull that up, and if they fucking still give you bullshit, then they are on drugs or something. Best Buy takes the money out right away. Amazon doesn't take the money out right away, and neither does GameStop. GameStop will charge you when they ship. Amazon charges you when they ship. Target, Best Buy, and Walmart will take money out right away. As far as shipping, obviously. That's what that is in reference to. Alright, so we gotta do some unlocking. Yeah, an open new game is still new. Yeah, I know. That's a whole fucking other catastrophe. Ooh. That's an ugly zombie right there. I like pre-order from GameStop because you can order over the phone without paying until you pick it up. Yeah, I mean, that's cool. Like, I get that. And if you still have GameStops in your area, a lot of them are closing all around, They're still around, but, there's a lot less. That's for sure. Wait till December 6th, take a bunch of old comics and superhero figures. Yeah, I mean, if they take that stuff. I think it's 1 item per customer on their trade any day. So you gotta be very careful with that stuff. Is this one on Game Pass? This is not on Game Pass now. But it's always like, it always goes on sale, so. I mean, you agree GameStop culture is for younger people, that's why it's an immature company. Well, they just hire idiots, you know, that don't do any research. They don't know what the fuck they're talking about. And it's happened far too many times to myself. It's happened far too many times to people I know. Yeah, it's Ltre for $2,000 subwoofer. Yeah, I know. Well, they said they made it a trade any day, but then they put out a disclaimer right after, you know, because it was just it was a publicity thing. The trade anything? Oh, really? I could trade my used underwear in there, you know? Like that's what they make people think. And then they come out the next day and said, "Oh yeah, it's like a whole fucking list of things you can't trade in because they don't want people trading in fucking boots and socks and it's just it's so stupid, dude. It's just such a stupid thing." Yeah? Shoots his arm off but doesn't kill him? Fuck you. Just what a cool mom might know. I mean, and look, like, I'm not going to say that, you know, every single employee is completely clueless, but 9 times out of 10, like, you got to be really lucky. Like, I had okay ones by me. Like, they were decent. They actually try to help you, you know, but when they give you wrong information and you know, all that stuff. Yeah, no RE9 demo, apparently. Yeah. Some of the 4K deals are hitting Amazon already. Or so, since you buy digital games, stop going to GameStop. Yeah, a lot of people obviously are digital, but you know, some people still like to get physical. You know, I do for certain things that I like, but I also buy stuff digital, so it's not like I'm strictly digital or physical rather. I'm kind of in the middle, but yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, they're in the digital era now, so a lot of the stuff is, you know. That's why on GameStop's website you can actually buy digital games on their store. Come on. I got the serum. I got the serum. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. But like honestly, you know, it's you're gonna screw over your customers eventually if you just say like something completely batshit crazy or wrong. Well, you know, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Because that's the biggest thing. It's like, you know, you give someone the wrong information or you say you can't do that, and then you turn people away for business, you know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, no, you do find a lot of good deals, especially around the holidays. Like, sometimes the digital and physical sales are even, and sometimes they're not. So that's why, you know, having the option is there. And, you know, I obviously collect physical movies, so I'm also in that spectrum where, like, I still get my movies physical as well. The stuff that I like. I need my lighter. And grab. Yeah, Shy Boy. Yeah, a lot of things are digital now, which you know, it sucks. It's an end of an era. Yeah, terrific. I mean, everyone's got their own opinion on it, you know, and some people also like the idea of being able to get rid of something if they don't want it anymore. So that's where physical is good. And yeah, some people don't mind swapping discs. Some people do. You know, it's all a matter of preference. The exchange, they literally will tell you to trade it in just about anything. They just don't do pre-orders. Somewhere in Pittsburgh. I think I've been into the exchange before once. And I think it was in Pittsburgh specifically. That's what the kerosene too. Oh no. We took all the kerosene. Look. You know what they say. Fuck them. Those alien bastards are gonna pay for shooting up my ride. Those GameStop bastards are gonna pay for lying about my pre-order. Ah, I tried to quick turn out, and that did not work. Hey, digital games, man, nothing better than waiting for a game to go out at midnight launch it and rip the seal off. I agree, Simon. I mean, I'm from that era, too. I honestly wish GameStop was doing something for RE9. You know they're not going to, though. If that was the case, I would make a whole, like, video about it and vlog it and stuff like that. That'd be fun, you know? But, yeah, those days are kind of gone, you know? You think we don't own digital games? It's just a license? I think that's the same thing for discs nowadays, honestly. As well. I mean, the discs themselves are basically just a token to show, hey, I own this game, right? So, actually, I don't have even enough inventory space for this. God damn it. Got too many fucking keys. And I got the piano note. But yeah, the discs nowadays, yeah, the game isn't all on the disc, so, you know, I've accepted that. And that's why, you know, it's unfortunate. But back, you know, in the 360 PS3 days, yeah, they were still on the disc still. You know what I mean? But now, it's like, you know, it's kind of just a token to say, hey, you own it. All right, now you're installing it from the server. I miss manuals too. Yeah, there used to be like thick manuals. Like Kojima used to have like a novel as a manual. You know, shit like that I miss for sure. But you know, it's a different time. Like, you know, I would always go to GameStop launches during the 360 era. I went to the RE5 launch. I went to the Halo launches, the Call of Duty launches. You know, I was there for that stuff. And I'm grateful that I'm old enough to have experienced that because, you know, kids aren't going to know what the fuck that is until, let's say, watch like a video or something like that, you know. they do research or whatever. So it's yeah, it sucks. I mean, I wish it never went away, but here we are. And GameStop also did it to themselves as far as just having shitty customer service and everything else. So Astrobot PS4 had a comic in it. Nice, I did not know that. What's up, Shadow Wesker? Evening, I'm hoping R1 Remake, even though I think this version is flawless. It is flawless. Hoping for Code Veronica. I've heard rumors, but nothing concrete. Yeah, it's all rumors. All the remakes are rumors. Maybe we'll see, you know, if there's a showcase going on in January like they planned, maybe they'll announce a remake there. Who knows? As long as I can play, who cares? I'm in the middle. I like the convenience of digital downloads because you don't have to leave home, the nostalgia of playing physical copy. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing for us collectors. I mean, look behind me. I have physical media all around. So, you know, if there's someone that has a place in this conversation, it's definitely me. And all of you guys that all collect and have been collecting for a while. Some people downsize, some people move, some people don't have space. Like, I get it. Like, a lot of factors go into it, and it's all relative to the person at hand. You know, some people I've seen completely turn around and say, fuck it, I'm just doing digital. You know what I mean? Like, because of living situations or things happen. You know what I mean? So it's understandable, you know? DJ Joker, what's going on, man? We Bury the Dead, new scary movie trailer. Nice. I'll check it out. Strategy guides? Yeah, dude. I love strategy guides. It's misleading for a physical disc to just be a token for... I know it is, but that's just the way it is nowadays. Most people that are in the know that already, and they'll still buy it, and that's fine, considering, you know... you know what you're getting kind of thing. So you're not going to be disappointed. But yeah, like you can't install that game offline. You know, you can't play any of these consoles without being online. You have to install updates or you can't launch the game. All these things are, you know, once everything had to always be online and everything like that to check in, to update, like now you need to be online just to play a single player game. You know, it used to not be like that when everything was on the disc and you could just play it as it was. Even if there was updates for it, you know, you would still be able to play it. You just wouldn't be playing on that current update. So yeah, it's just a lot of change, you know, that's been happening. And until you know, I'll keep buying physical stuff for the franchises I love until I can't anymore. That's kind of where I'm at with it, to be honest with you. What's up, Robert West? Good to see you too. Get 47 people in here. Hit that like button, guys. Thanks for coming in, chatting it up. I was going through all my guides, and some of them are like 30 years old. Yeah, I got all the ones that my dad had when I was a kid. I have them all still. I cherish them to this day because they're the originals that were bought in EB Games or Babbage's or with the stuff like that. Black Ops 7 single player requires online. Yeah, I heard about that. But a lot of campaigns that don't even have online require you to be online, which is stupid because you're not, you know, even single player games that aren't co-op. It's like, well, what the fuck, you know? I think it's stupid, Mr. Plushy, personally, that they're saying we're not getting one. But yeah, I mean, me and John will be doing a demo discussion tomorrow about that. Jill can play piano, so we don't gotta wait. It is very weird to me. I agree. And it's like, you have one already. You let the public play it. You let all these content creators play it. Why can't you just give it to us? That I don't understand. At fucking all, man. But... 100 Days of Requiem, yeah. So, CT was saying that in the chat. Evil Avenger. You're not the only one. 100 days. But yeah, very strange marketing. I'm not a fan. I think everybody should be able to play the demo. You know me and John feel that way, so you kind of already know what we're going to say in the video, but we're going to break down the article and stuff like that tomorrow, so you guys should be seeing that tomorrow. If not tomorrow, Friday. I'm going to see if we can get that out at ASAP. It's just annoying. I also think, even regardless of content creators, you shouldn't put a demo behind, like, a convention paywall. You know what I mean? Like, that's just stupid. I'll throw the blue gem in there, too. Does it make you think RE9 might not be any good? They're scared for a real public reception? I don't think they're scared. I just don't know if they know, like, what they want to do as far as a demo. Like, if you don't want us to play... Already a Crimson Head. If you don't want me to play the demo that you've had out for people, then why don't you do your own standalone demo, like a Maiden demo or something? Like, something that isn't, like, maybe, I don't know, like, story connected, like, as closely. I don't even know what you would do at that point, you know? Yeah, I know Venom, Dave. It's weird. It's such a strange thing. Like your thoughts on the FBI agent from RE9 trailer possibly being one of the men in the Miranda lab photo. Are you talking about the one that dies, or just one of the FBI photo people? Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is a legacy character in here, you know. I'm sure that is the case. Possible. The main FBI agent who comes to Grace. Yeah, I mean, it could be. I mean, I don't know if anyone else on her team could be connected to Miranda. I feel like that could be a stretch, but they've done crazier shit, so. You're not getting duped again. I mean, yeah, someone earlier was saying that they just thought everything looked boring for RE9. I said, listen, to each their own. You could vote with your wallet. I ain't going to judge. You could do what you want with it. Do what you want with that information. Vote with your wallet. You play a demo and it's not for you and you don't want to pre-order it, or, you know, some people wait for us to stream it and then they kind of, you know, judge on that. That's fine. That's why we're here. You know what I mean? We're here to do, you know, something a little bit different for people and just give you an honest take on it. You know what I mean? So I think that's what people want. It's just like an honest take. Yeah, I think it would be a missed opportunity if they didn't put Leon in it. You know what I mean? But you might see it before it comes out. You might not. It's the yawn. Ow. Of course he gets me. Thanks. Nice shout. I hope you have a good time playing through all those games. It's a lot of games. But it's cool to be hype. It's a good way to get hype. Definitely gotta get the assault shoddy. I gotta finish Evil Within 2. Yeah, definitely have to. Give me that assault shotgun. Richard got. Yeah, even if it's not Leon, I'll take a classic Raccoon City character. I love how it knocks him down. Damn, did he go night-night? Oh, not yet. There we go. Still took 3 shots, but... You're never going to beat the boss. Yeah, this is, I honestly suspect her boss in the reveal trailer is a bad guy. The way he tells her to face her past. Yeah, I mean, you also have that fine balance of whether or not like you want to show too much in the trailer, and get people's hopes up. Kind of have to walk that line, you know. Which does suck. Alright, so now we got to do Father Ted, Crimson Head. Yeah, so I mean, look, some people think the VGAs, you know, it's possible. I mean, at that point, the RE showcase would be just to replay the same trailer again. You know what I mean? So that's why I don't know if it's going to be the VGAs. I think they're going to focus on new announcements, but I know everybody is saying, well, Keeley, you know, he's gotten all the RE9 stuff and all that stuff, and I get it. But the only other reason to do an RE showcase, if you're not dropping a demo, is to what, chat room? Is to what? Announce another Resident Evil. That's the only fucking other... Because, like, what are we doing a showcase for then? If you're showing the trailer at VGAs and you're not dropping a demo, then what the fuck is a showcase for? That's all I'm saying. It's cool we're getting a showcase. Thanks for the showcase. But, like, what are we saying? You know what I mean? That's my argument there. E3 will probably come back one day. I think it will. Yeah, Chris doesn't have to be in it this time around. Yeah, I mean, it could be. 9% convinced that the manager is Spencer. The wound on his chest looks like I imagine him in the RE engine. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been me and John's thing since day one. It's like, well, yeah, we did see him die, but that doesn't mean if you see someone die in Resident Evil doesn't mean they have to stay dead, you know? So... Barry be connected to the Magnum. I would like it to have more meaning than just, oh, we didn't know what to put on the cover, so we put this Magnum that Grace has. But, you know, why would Grace have Barry's Magnum anyway? Why would it even be there? Beats me. But, I mean, I would like it to have more significant connection. Because every other Steelbook had a cool design on it, or had a character on it, or, you know, something. But... Easy enough. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I mean, Wesker, that's why people are always waiting for him to show back up in, like, the main timeline, but he never really has. So it's an interesting choice to go to Spencer to, you know, or not to Wesker, but to Spencer. And yeah, they could always explain it in an RE5, you know, remake. It's possible. They also can change Wesker's fate in an RE5 remake, you know. So a lot of things are on the table. Many, 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 many things are on the table for that to be possible. Oh, actually, no, I want to go back out here because I can just do a little shortcut. So Luis died too. They totally retconned how he died. Would have been the first time it wouldn't be that far-fetched if they just kept him alive. I wouldn't put it past Capcom. Yeah, that's why I think me and John, and like one of our first podcasts kind of diving into who it could be for RE9, like Spencer was kind of at the top of our list. Now, you know, me and John don't take credit for we were the first ones to say that theory. Other people, literally the whole RE community was like, okay, it could be these possible people. Spencer was on that list for like 90% of people that said it. So, we're not saying anything that's new. And a lot of you in the community felt the same way, and I agree. You know what I mean? It could easily be Spencer, so... But we'll see. It could be a new character. I think if you made it a new character, it might not be as impactful. which is my argument. You know, like you would want to make it somebody that has some kind of roots within Raccoon City. Shit, I didn't grab the fucking emblem, but that's all right. I'll grab it at Lisa's house. We'll grab it at Lisa's house. I'll laugh as though it's from the past. Yeah, that would be a little bit of a... Okay, but then they would have to really explain that character, you know? You're the dude with the goggle X? Damn you. Damn you! No, I see what you're saying, Leon. You got to connect it. You can't make this the 30th anniversary game and going back to the Raccoon City and have it as like a cop out. I do agree. I think that is the biggest thing that you don't want to see, and I think that's just going to piss fans off if you did it that way. It's going to piss people off more, and that's what you don't want to do, because when you already have sketchy marketing, it's already going to have people second guess. You know what I mean? Which isn't good. This kind of fuels the fire to some people that were not saying you guys are, because you guys have, adjusted reasons why you might not be into it. So I get that. But the people that have been kind of like crapping on it the whole time, this kind of fuels the fire, because now they're going to be like, well, see, there isn't a demo because it's bad. You know what I mean? That's another problem, is that it kind of fuels that fire a little bit, right? So I don't know. Okay, put that in there. We'll take one with us. Oh yeah, we gotta take the crest too. We gotta get the Magnum. Started Umbrella long ago. Spencer and Ashcroft just ripped me off and stole it from me. Revenge. Revenga. Oh yeah, Requiem will get VR support. No questions asked. I'm pretty sure that hasn't been confirmed yet. I'm not trying to put out false information, but in theory, if they did it for RE4 Remake and RE4 Remake wasn't even in first person, like it didn't have a first person mode without VR, they're gonna do a VR mode for this, 100%. So maybe that's something they'll announce at your VGAs or your RE showcase. They'll be like, oh, it will launch with a VR mode. I am trying to secure a PSVR 2 this holiday season. That's kind of on my my Christmas list, so to speak. So, it is dropping, I think, $289, which is a lot better than $499. So now that I got this PC built and stuff like that, I think it would be cool to get the VR 2, stream some RE4 VR for you guys, and just have a good time. That would be a lot of fun. That doesn't have anything on the back. You also have to remember how much Spencer lore dumping they did with the end of RE8, clearly setting them up for something with Lady D involvement. Yeah. I mean, that's the biggest thing, right? It's like they kind of put some of the breadcrumbs there already, so... One positive is at least when you stream it, everything will be new and you won't be able to speed through it. Yeah, yeah. I mean, when it's a new game, we always take our time and take it all in. You know what I mean? And so when it's a 24-hour stream and you have all that time to kind of dissect the game, it's fun. So I disagree with them being a bunch of lore dumping in RE8. There's only one file in the game that connects anything back to the original franchise, and it's not a good one, in my opinion. Well, Lex, you know me and John's opinion. We fucking hated that connection of lore with Miranda and Spencer because it was lazy. It was lazily done. So, yeah, I guess lore dumping is not something I would probably use for that. I do agree. But I think what he was trying to say in his comment, what CT was trying to say, is just the fact that they have mentioned him with Miranda before. It's close enough to 9. They can probably reference that again. That's all he was saying. Yeah. RE8 did not mention anything about our original characters, original villains, besides, you know, seeing Chris, until the fucking very end of the game. Even Chris was barely in the game. He would show up, then he would disappear. Then he played the section at the end, but by then we didn't give a shit. And so me and John got tormented online by people that hated the fact that you were there, X. You know, they hated the fact that we didn't like that file. We didn't like the connections to Umbrella and Miranda. We thought it was lazy, and it was very, very lazy. Now, again, my opinion and John's opinion are pretty much the same on Village. I don't know if it's going to be the same on RE9. And that's what we unpack when we do our podcast together. Like, his opinions, my opinions. Like, we're not, like, just trying to say, oh, we got to think the same and act the same. We all have our own, like... But for Village, we kind of were both very upset about that. That was something we actually both felt passionate about. And you were there for that, X. So you saw our reaction, and it wasn't good. Now, unfortunately, our first reaction to that got lost in the whole 12-hour stream thing. You know, so we actually don't have, like, our first reaction to that. That was something you had to actually be live for when we first read those files. But we talked about it in our podcast after the fact, and it just wasn't that good. But, again, CT likes Village a lot more than we do, and that's fine. Again, you're entitled to your own opinion. That's perfectly fine. I think, overall, I don't know if, you know, bringing that up is like bringing up, you know, Spencer in that late in the game and just like in a file is like enough to justify, like, well, see, now Miranda's connected, and that's what me and John don't want. We don't want them to like look at that one file and say, well, now we got to bring up Miranda again. Like, it's like, if that's done, let's just move on from that. Let's move on from the winter stuff. Let's move on from the molded. Like, I understand that it came from somewhere, but it's like, I just don't, like, just no. Let's just turn the page and go back to Raccoon City, which is exactly what they're doing. So, you know, it's better than not doing that. But Grace Clear dressed up as Lady D. I don't doubt that they'll connect Raccoon City to Spencer, who is connected to Lady D. I just hope they don't make it too offensive to longtime fans. Well, yeah, that's the biggest thing. I think what they did in Village was borderline offensive or just lazy. I think that's the biggest thing. Oh, that's lame. Village is my favorite in the series, but I do like it a lot. It's better than 6 and 0. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people enjoy 7 and Village equally. I think, again, there's only a certain fraction of people that probably looked at that and you know, had the same problems that we did. But, you know, that's why everyone has different opinions. It's fine. Yeah, exactly. We have a video that we're working on. Man, we have a video that we're working on that goes into the connections. So stay tuned. It's kind of more of like a lore video. Okay. So we have to... Yeah, I hope it's not a small segment either, as far as Raccoon City. Like, hopefully it's, you know... It's not just a small little sliver of the game, you know?
No, that wasn't.
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna... Like, I say this a lot, but it's true. I mean, you're gonna have people that don't really care about current RE and where it's going, and, you know, people that just enjoy the remakes for what they are. They're happy they're getting remakes, you know? Stuff like that. What's up, Jeff M? Yeah, dude, I had to bring Remake back. I always play this every year, even if it's on camera or not, and I just love it so much, and it's not as stressful as the RE2 mod that I was playing, so... Remake 1, the best remake in the series, has Wayne. Yeah, for me it is. It is my favorite remake. It's one of my favorite Resident Evils. I even like 8 a little more than 7, more enemy variants, and I'm a sucker for RE games with merchants. Yeah, I don't think there'll be a merchant. I think you asked that earlier. I don't think there'll be a merchant in this one, just because I don't think it, you know, for Grace, I don't think that would be appropriate, really. But for more action-heavy stuff, sure. You know, and Village obviously leaned more into action, even more than RE7. So I think it was appropriate, at least for that. Games in between the old ones would fix the issues where characters are too OP and wouldn't be scared. I thought we upgraded on Windows 11 just to play RE9. Yeah, I mean, I'm on Windows 11, so when I built this thing, I got a Windows 11 key. But I didn't pay full price for the key because there's ways to get it cheaper. Chris segment more in 8 than the rest of 8. Shadows seemed better than the main game. Yeah, that's what some people said. I just wish Chris was in the game more. I mean, his segment was pretty short. But I just didn't like the writing. I just didn't like how they wrote our original character, Chris. You know what I mean? Like, so that for me, I see some flaws in some of the character choices as well. Yeah, Leon looks back like a fever dream. Like, did that happen? Maybe they should tone down the marketing, I'm sorry, tone down on making remakes. I feel like the remakes replaces classics in a way. I mean, I see what you mean story-wise, you know, like how they change little things here and there. But honestly, you know, I don't know. I see what you mean, like, by using the term replacing, but in my opinion, it never completely replaces it, because you always have the originals on the shelf to play. They're always going to be there to play in some way. So, you know, while Capcom might say it's the definitive way to play, that's why we're not going to put out the old games again on current machines, other than, you know, your PSN store. That does suck, but because I still think the originals have a place. And, you know, Capcom tried to say that the remakes aren't... Ah, shit. The remakes aren't replacing the originals. They're just kind of going side by side, but obviously now you have the Raccoon City creator, you know, it's not. It didn't completely obliterate the city like in the original 3. So there's just little inconsistencies there. Lack of advertising for the 30th. Well, I think they're kind of using RE9 as a weapon for the 30th anniversary. And I think that maybe if they want to be smart about it, if you're doing a showcase in the beginning of the year, that showcase has to represent the 30th anniversary. That is your time to do all your merch drops, announce a remake, like that. You know what I mean? Like, that's why that's important to do. Oh, nice. Yeah, you found Outbreak sitting in a closet with Game Shark. I actually had fun with them this weekend. Nice, man. Yeah, those are always great to go back to. Outbreak is peak online.
Emergency.
Unknown source of pressure detected.
Locking all
I have to say that
doors
every
to
time.
achieve maximum safety.
Maximum safety. My thoughts on Survival Unit. It's not bad. I mean, it's an okay mobile game. I want to play it a little bit more, and then I'll share my thoughts on it in like a video with John. But yeah, it's okay. I mean, I'm not into mobile games, but it's cool that like there is an RE1 and you're building stuff and you're upgrading stuff. I don't know if the pay-to-win stuff has hit yet, but I know that's a big controversy with a lot of the mobile stuff. So that's just one.
Reaching 50% of pressure threshold. Activate emergency drainage system immediately.
And now we drain the water. Always got to get the extra Magnum rounds. Unknown source of pressure detected. Yeah, and it's crazy because, you know, if you think about how many people are still there at Capcom from the early days of RE, like there's some, but yeah, like a lot of them has kind of changed guards or they moved on, you know. So Robert says, you made my day. Thanks for streaming it. Oh, no problem, Robert West. Thank you for the support. You guys make my day every single time I stream and make content. So you guys show up. So, you know, it could be worse, right? It could have nobody show up. Future dice lock, but yeah, I plan on doing Resident Evil 3 remake because the last one I did was Resident Evil 2 remake. So hopefully we could do that before the end of the year. I got to brush up on my RE3 remake. It's been a little while. Jesse. What, did you eat food and now you want to be in my way? Don't brush up. Yeah, it's been a while, man, for RE3 remake, let me tell you that much. AJ, Matt's asking how likely it is for Leon to be an R9. I mean, it's still likely. They're just not going to tell you until they want to tell you. Which is an obvious thing to say, but it's true. Like, whether we see it before release or they keep it hidden, you know. Oh, come on. I didn't mean to do that, man. That's so stupid. I did not mean to do that. Dice lock 7? I could. Yeah. Yeah, that's such bullshit, man. I did not mean to fucking do that. And they poisoned me. Like, bro, what the fuck are we talking about? Just because I accidentally examined the fucking hole. Yeah, that's true, Kenjira. Welcome back, ACR. I would love it to be Jill. But, you know, again, we can guess all day as far as who it could be. But it could also just be Leon at the end of the day. So, you know, I don't know. Whether or not they would show that before it comes out is, I guess, depending on their Their marketing plan. Thank you, man. I'm happy you liked the last video. So I know we have to do the V-jolt. For the achievement. These fucking cats. Got the V-jolt, baby. Which we didn't get Rebecca to do that last time, so. Oh yeah, we've all got stuck at the V-jolts countless times. I don't know, Christine. I really want there to be a demo for RE9. I think it would be unlike them to not put out a public demo, which is why, like, why now? You know? Like, why now? New secondary hero who's masked or shrouded and turns to be one of the other Weskers back from the Spencer. Huge reveal a la Darth Raven, Knights of the Old Republic. LOL JK. Well, you know, they've done crazy shit before, so I wouldn't put it past them, to be honest with you. I would not put it past them. Only masked hero I want. Yeah, Hunk is the only one that people want, really. We have to go. I'm trying to remember where to kind of get this plant room here. That's over there. Why does Hunk wear a mask and nobody else does? I don't know. Just adds to his character. Throw it away. Is there anything to pick up down here? I don't think so. Nope. Alright. Plant isn't completely dead yet. We gotta top it off here. But yeah, all of Chris's squad, yeah, they still wear masks for sure. That's due to the acid zombie gotta protect the face. Yeah, it's true, right? All the fucking wacky enemies in RE. Yeah, Rebecca does the V-Jolt for Chris, but it depending on the order of things, like yesterday, Rebecca didn't actually come to help me with V-Jolt. So it depends on the order of things and which you do it, and Rebecca will show up. But sometimes she doesn't, and you just gotta fight the plant in full, which sucks. Our OG RE2 got an update on PS5? What the fuck? Yeah, I don't know what that's for. Integrate Carlos into BSAA. That would be cool. Alright, it's time for the Naked Lady puzzle once again. Alright, Barry just comes anyway and burns it down. There we go. Easy enough. Yeah, the zombies. Yeah, and Operation Raccoon City. I remember that. That's an actual painting. Yeah, I think we were saying that yesterday. It is. Jill, I'm Wesker. I'm a piece of shit. Ah. Hi, James. Hello, Jimmy. Hello, my Jim. I know. Come on. Come on. Hey, come on. You wanna not be in front of my monitor, huh? Come on. Come on. There you go. Gotta leave the cats a spot. Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if it is a real painting. It might not be, but I'm sure there's plenty of naked lady paintings that we can compare it to. Shout out to the cats, says Robert. Yes. So I love my cat Rocco. Hell yeah, man. Ah, okay. The only thing I'm concerned about, being that there won't be a demo, is maybe the gameplay isn't polished. Yeah, that's what we were saying earlier, Christine. That, like, you know, maybe that is the case. I don't know. I mean, it's strange because, you know, if you either make your own demo, like what they did with RE8 with Maiden, if they didn't want to put out the demo that the public played, but, like, I feel like any, like, criticism that they actually asked for, like genuine criticism, they would have already fixed it or have it ready by January. What's up, Brian? You know what I mean? I don't know. You would think. You would think. I don't do reptiles. Wait, Christine, are you the OG Christine that's always in this chat? I can't tell because all the fucking, all the ats are different now because that's how I see your names. Which I've ranted enough about that. Just making sure you're the OG one. No? Oh, you're not? Okay, so you're a new viewer. New face in the crowd. Awesome. Good to see you. We're getting a lot of new people in the chats, so welcome. Thank you for joining. We have another Christine that usually is in the chat. That's why I was asking that. But with YouTube changing how everybody's names are displayed, sometimes it's hard to tell who is who. Because some people have different ats entirely than what their name was before, so. Okay, I'll also put this in there. I'm trying to think if we want to go. I do still have throw kill from back in the day, yeah. Picked up a red eagle pistol ammo for RE4, so... Yeah, I think I saw that too. There's a few different, you know, things that were shown from that stuff. I'll actually leave these here for now, because we need some inventory space.
My life is shit.
Yeah, buddy. Is that K? I'm assuming that's K. See, again, your @ is a different name than what it used to be. You make this look easy. Well, I've been playing this game for years, so I do very much love this game. As I do the wrong thing in this puzzle. Awesome. Welcome, Kay. 50-month membership. Appreciate that. Literally one of the longest running members. Thank you, Kay. Yep. Callie's at work, but I will send your hellos to her when she gets back. It's funny, Kay, we were just saying how, like, everyone's names are different because YouTube uses your @ handle. So your @ handle is different. So that's why I was like, is that K? It has to be because of your month membership support. But, you know, it's hard to tell. I think that's the dumbest thing that YouTube did that. Because some people I don't recognize, you know, because not everybody's @ handle is the same as, like, their names, you know, like it used to be. I mean, say what you want, Kenjira, but I just think that's just a bunch of shit. You know what I mean? Like, I see what you're saying. It's just like, you did it for every Resident Evil. I don't care how unpolished or polished it is. They didn't give us a definitive answer, so anything that we say right now is simply speculation. Simply speculation. Like, obviously, we have the interview where he says that they're not releasing a demo, but they weren't just like, you know, oh, it's not polished. And even if the producers did say that, it's like, that doesn't even make sense because the demo's there. It's already there. Just put it out. I don't know if Capcom has made a claim other than the interview. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I wouldn't want to make it timed. I think that would be silly. Yeah, the time shit is annoying. The main focus is ensuring the highest possible quality of the final product. Yeah, so if that's what he said in the article that I pulled up at the beginning of this stream, I just find that bullshit. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying, Kenjira, what you're saying is, like, not correct. I just think that him using that as an excuse is stupid when we already have a demo. It's one thing if there was no demo, like, at all. There wasn't a demo, it wasn't playable, but you have it playable on the floor at these conventions. So, like, that's going to be my rant in the video that me and John make. You know what I mean? But I just wanted to clarify that, Kenjiro, because I didn't want to make it seem like I'm just saying, oh, you're not saying the right information. I'm sure that's what the producer said, but what he said is completely bullshit. Because the biggest thing that me and John have said on the podcast since this has been a thing is, why the fuck does everybody else get to play it, but we can't because we're staying home? We're not going to Germany. We're not going to, you know, I didn't get a chance to go to New York Comic Con. Obviously, I've had, you know, Mountain Arts reviews on the show to talk about it. But that's my thing, is I just think that's a full of shit statement. That is like a politician just lying, right? Like, you know exactly what to say. And that is just such a corporate answer that it pisses me off. You know what I mean? But again, even if they're hiding people, you have a demo. The demo is done. It's point A, point B. She wakes up in the hospital, you do a little section, you hide from the stalker enemy, and then you fucking leave, and the light burns her, and the cutscene cuts off. That's it. Even if you're hiding something, the demo doesn't show that. So just use the demo. You know what I mean? I don't know. That's I can't be alone in that. There's no fucking way. And I'm not sticking up for Capcom in this instance. No, fuck no. You got to call it like it is, man. Like, if I'm not genuine, that's what we're talking about now, Cougar, man. If I'm not genuine with my opinions, then what's the point? And so John's going to feel the same fucking way, because what did we say? If they don't put out the fucking demo, that's bullshit. And guess what? They're not putting out the demo. I don't want to hear, oh, we needed extra time. Oh, we need this. It's like the demo's done, man. It's fucking done. It's already in there. It's already in the can. You have it. You literally have it. So just put it out. Even if you wait till January, put the fucking shit out and call it a day. So I think it's bullshit. That's just my stance on it. Nobody's going to change my mind. I think it's bullshit. Yeah, what? Oh, so they might, like, hack it. So, okay, well, there's got to be ways to fucking seal-proof that shit. I don't know. Like, that's them. That's a them problem. They got to figure that the fuck out. Big time. They got to figure that out. That ain't my problem. Just because you're afraid that, you know, files might get hacked and people might find shit. All right, well, fucking make a demo and don't put those files in. I don't know what to say. It's just such bullshit that they're doing that, man. The last RE game to have no demo, I couldn't even tell you. Maybe some of the spin-offs didn't have a demo. I don't know if Revelations had a demo. You know what I mean? I'm not sure. I don't remember some of those specifics, but like 4 had a demo, 5 had a demo, 6 had a demo, 7, 8. All the remakes had a demo. The originals had demos. You know, so they've had demos for a long time, man. I just hate when designers or producers give like bullshit stock answers that are just like, you know what I mean? Like, it's just dumb. Like, I hate that shit. It's the same thing with like any filmmaker taking on Resident Evil saying, oh, we're going to go back to the roots or we're going to do all this shit. It's like, you're just telling me the same spiel over and over again. And obviously I'll believe it when I see it, but you know. And Jack says, and to back you up, I work in game development. They could easily create a custom build with the assets for that demo included, and it's called vertical slice in the industry. It's not that hard. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Kenjiro, you're good. I'm not, again, this isn't me coming at you. I'm just saying that, like, I just think that his answer in that article is bullshit. And I really don't like the fact that, you know, it's just such a generic cop-out answer. And like I said, man, that video, we're going to be honest. Some people might not like what we have to say, but I don't think that a lot of people that watch our video that's going to talk about this demo situation are really going to disagree. I think most people are going to be on board with how we feel about it. You know what I mean? Because we all want to get our hands on it. And, you know, if it's like, I don't know, man. And that's like a month before release, right? Like the RE showcase is apparently going to be in January. You know, Lady D herself said the beginning of next year, which that's pretty much January. You know, it could be late January, whatever. But that means there's about, what, a month left? Just give us the demo. You know what I mean? That's my thing. But yeah, it kind of it goes on from there, man. Make a console only, or so PC users can. Well, again, but like Jack just said, you can make a demo specifically that doesn't have that stuff in it, even if it's on PC. I'm at There's a Heart, and I'm still playing both sides to try to find some sort of benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I mean, I got you. I'm not going to agree with this producer saying this, and that's kind of my firm stance on it. But, you know, you're passionate and upset about the situation. You have every right to be. I was just copy-pasting what I read, and I think it sounds of like a lie, too. Yeah, Kenjira, I mean, and I get it, because, again, now everybody's going to take this interview, and they're going to speak their mind about it. And some people might not care as much as, you know, us in the chat and me and John. I don't know if it was it definitely was a team decision to not do this. I don't think it was just the producer. It was definitely Nakanishi and this producer. So between Masato and Nakanishi, they definitely, you know, the whole team, I'm sure they're probably just like, we're not going to do it. Or this can all just be nothingness and we actually get a demo and all this is for nothing. I don't know. You know what I mean? So that's why. But again, why would you lie about that? You're the producer. Like, why would you give someone like a false sense of like, you know, you're not going to get it. You're going to get it. You're not going to get it. Like, I don't know why you would do that to people personally, but they always have weird, you know, Jedi mind tricks sometimes. So. Maybe, Lola. Maybe. We'll see. I don't know. I really don't know. That's what we're currently talking about right now in the whole chat, as you can see. So, yeah, I don't agree with that. I think it's a full of shit statement. I just don't agree. And I, you know, I don't care, you know, again, I don't know. Because, like I said, this fuels the fire. This fuels the fire of the people saying, see, the game isn't going to be good. See, they're not showing a lot of the game because they're scared. Like, this fuels that fire. Now, you know, some people, you guys in the chat are level-headed, so you're not haters. But there's people out there that genuinely don't like RE9 at all, right? And they don't care about it, and this is proving them wrong. They don't love us. What's up, Stevie Mac? Yeah, I really don't know. I don't agree with this at all. Misunderstood. I don't think it's a big deal to not release a demo. I get somebody disappointed, but I think I like the mystery around the game. I will say them hiding Leon has affected most of the marketing. Yeah, but like the demo isn't going to show anything that we haven't seen. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we saw a full playthrough online of the demo, even after when a demo first came out. Sure, they were being hush hush about it. You know, like you wouldn't really see a lot of clips. It was just what they showed. And then by the time it got to New York Comic Con, they showed the full demo. Front to back, full demo. So, if you wanted to hide something, why would you show the full demo online? That's my point. That's my point. I see what you're saying, Misunderstood. But the demo being out there doesn't shed any kind of mystery already. The demo's out there. You can watch it right now. You could choose not to watch it, sure. Some people might look at that and say, you know, fuck it. I don't want to watch it. It shows more of the soccer enemy. I want to be scared. I want to be surprised. Sure, I'll give you that. But the demo is fucking out there. So this mystique doesn't really matter when I could just look up Resident Evil 9 full demo right now on YouTube and watch the full fucking thing. If that's the case, then you should just put it out for the public. Uh-oh, rookie mistake. And that's what I'm saying, Stephen Mac. I just don't know. Like, you're gonna make people more like, I don't know how this feels now that they're kind of second guessing themselves. I just don't know why you would fuel that fire, man. I just don't. I can't wrap my fucking brain around it. I can't. I really can't. Maybe open it up to the public will open too many doors. The data mining. Well, we're just saying, Quentin, that Jack, someone in the chat, Jack is a game designer. He said that they can literally make a build that doesn't have those files in there. I think everyone agrees with you, or maybe it's marketing move to generate drama, because as I understand, the news didn't come out directly from Capcom, but an external. Yeah, well, the website interviewed this producer, so yeah, it wasn't technically like on an official press release, but you know, it was a recent interview. Misunderstood said, while I agree, and people would just complain that we're getting the same demo for what we've seen the entire year, it's a lose-lose situation for Capcom with how they set things up, unfortunately. Yeah, and I guess that's when we can chalk up this conversation into marketing and such. It irks me, says Jack, because I do understand why they think getting a demo off to a limited number of attendees of an event and blocking the majority of their fans from engaging with is good marketing. Yeah. I haven't watched it. Then again, I don't like Stalker enemies, so it's not like I'm too interested in the gameplay portion of that section. That's fair. I mean, that's all a matter of opinion, I guess. Unless they're secretly changing the demo up a little bit for consoles, I doubt it, but who knows? Look how many times they changed the RE7 demo. Yeah, and that was great marketing. That kept people on their toes. They made a specific demo that had nothing to do with the actual, like, story. Well, you know, it had something to do with the story, but it was a unique demo, right? And RE8 had that maiden demo, and then they had the real demo. So it's like, even if they built a separate demo that was just different than the one we got, but it's like, you know, it gets the main, like, point across, or maybe it's like something else within that. I don't know. Like, I don't know. I'm still kind of digesting all this stuff, but I just don't like it, guys. I really don't like it. You're going to hear from me and John. We're going to record a video tomorrow, actually, so it's, you know, we're going to make an official video now that all this stuff is kind of being, you know, talked about. Gotta adjust this slightly. Watched the trailer and that was enough to get me excited. Yeah, exactly. And like, everyone has levels of excitement. Everyone has, you know, things that they might see that they don't like, or, you know, anything that is a little, you know, like head scratchy. They might be like, I don't know about that, you know, and that's fine. Like, everyone's entitled to that. Okay, we're gonna grab this. We're gonna do snake time. They got a Switch 2 build, right? Yeah, they did. Yeah. The interview was literally yesterday, it looks like. So this is, like, pretty new. Pretty recent. That's why probably everyone's talking about it and joining the chat asking me about it, because it seems like it's making the rounds on socials and all the other channels are posting about it. So I'm sure that's why this has come to light today. Yesterday/today. I didn't hear anything about it yesterday, but it could have been published yesterday and I just didn't see it. But shout out to Lucius. He let me know, so. Well, Marvin, if that's the case, I mean, I feel like whether we release it in December or January like we thought, it really wouldn't make a difference, would it, at that point, you know? I mean, I didn't expect it to come out in December, but... Come here, you son of a bitch. Trying to put you down for real. I am an associate lead development specialist. I can assure everyone in here that the custom demo builds are made all the time and they isolate files that only contain limited assets. It's not that hard to do. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. And misunderstood, you are correct. You are correct. Now, I'm going to tell you guys a little secret. You guys want to know a secret? There's 61 people in here. So guess what? There is a certain big RE content creator that you all know that broke the embargo for RE4 Remake. And because of that, I'm not going to name names, the Capcom creator program that we're in is supposed to get, you know, early copies sometimes, maybe review codes. It's not guaranteed. Once that happened, chat room, they shut the door hard on the early copies. Because people broke embargo. And they shut that door. So we didn't actually get an early copy of RE4. The only reason why we got it early is because Walmart made a mistake and was selling it early in their system. So we got it the week of. So thanks, Walmart. But Capcom shut the door heavy on that. So you are right. They are holding things close to the vest. That I understand. So I don't disagree with that in terms of like how they're going to give these games out. Like, I guarantee you me and John aren't getting a code. 100% we're not getting a code. We're not big enough. We don't have, you know, what people want for, you know, like the million subscriber or whatever to give people early access, whatever. But we just got screwed over because of other people. You know what I mean? So, I don't know who that is, CT, but I don't think it was that person. Unless they did, and I just didn't know about it. Thunders coming in hot with the 5 gifted memberships. Siren, Simp for Wesker, Jay Gonzo, Dr. Evil, and Bryant Lopez are now members courtesy of Thunders Productions. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Thanks for always looking out for the community. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate all that support, Thunders. Always giving back. Whoa. Always giving back to the Crimson Heads.
My life is shit.
Custom badges, emojis, early access to content, exclusive content, all under memberships and Patreon. So thank you so much for that. You mean you don't have fake updates and clickbait titles? Not really. I mean, granted, you know, everybody on YouTube has to make titles that make you click, right? But titles that are misleading, I guess, is the biggest thing that is disappointing for most people. So we try to give you genuine content here. It's always an idiot that ruins it for everyone else, breaks embargo, but generally it makes no sense to limit a demo in the event only for a handful of fans that can play. Yeah. And like I said, me and John feel very strong about that. Yep, Purple Herb and aka Mountain Arts helped me with the Walmart. He's the one that told me. Let's see. I need the crank. Put that back. Need the battery. Hopefully we get one day soon and Capcom has dropped a playable demo for everyone completely unannounced beforehand. That would be awesome. Yeah, I mean, I would love a shadow drop better than no drop, but, you know, again, it's not like this is gonna change 3 more months, exactly. We're fucking close, Thunders. It's not like this is gonna change my opinion on RE9 or anything like that, but it does make me just scratch my head even more about this marketing. The pre-orders process and the rollout definitely had me questioning a lot of what the hell are they doing, and this kind of just adds to that. Oh shit, I gotta grab the fucking emblem. Yeah, so this kind of just adds to that confusion as to why they're doing certain things, you know? Yeah, Captain Cast 3 months. The best part of, exactly, Lightfree, the best part of any Resident Evil game. Good old inventory management. Yeah, the reason why 66 people in here, by the way, that's awesome. Thank you guys for hanging out, chatting. I guess we got some news today, so, you know, that's kind of what we've been talking about during this whole playthrough, but, you know, I played through this game so many times, so this is like, you know, just enjoying it while talking to you guys, but, why is this my favorite remake? Well, this is a lot of, you know, when someone asks what Resident Evil is, this is a game that you show them because it has all the aspects of the classic Resident Evil games that I love, and everything's beautiful, graphic-wise, how everything is, you know, added, and that wasn't in the original, like the cemetery. The Lisa Trevor story is very tragic, you know, so just everything about this game is flawless, and it's how you should do a remake. You add to it, you don't take away, you don't cut. I know the continuity isn't really there with everyone escaping on the helicopter and such. That I understand. Of course I get fucking poisoned. Nice. Let's make a match. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's make those likes match. Yeah, and look, even if they want to do the collector's edition later, like they're saying, like, oh, it's going to be the fall of this year, and it's only in Japan, so it's like you're telling me I got to import the statue when they make one? That's shit. Leon is dead, says Venom Dave. Oh, don't say that, man. Choked on a Skittle and passed away between 7 and 8. That's funny. Captain Catch, basically the producer said they're not going to be putting out a demo for the public. So that's the latest news. Like I said, me and John will dive in deeper, kind of have a discussion, a planned out discussion tomorrow. Alcohol poisoning and a broken heart. Fuck you, Cerberus. Chris and R5 be like, God damn it, Wesker, he's actually serious about destroying the entire planet. What is up, 2Pig? But I think it would be really unwise of Capcom to kill off a legacy character. I don't think they appreciate how crucial they are. Yeah, I mean, I know some people are different on this. I mean, I guess if they were to do it and the time would be, you know, right, and they had, you know, the right thing in place for, like, you know, the character to go at a certain time. But it would be tough to say goodbye to any of these characters, in my opinion. You know? I mean, I guess sometimes you want to raise the stakes a little bit and make it to where no one's safe. Maybe when that time comes, they're too old to fight anymore. I don't know, you know? Hello, James. Hi, Jimmy. Hello, James. Look how handsome James is. The only gaming updates you got was magazines. Yeah, man, I remember those days. I still got all my old ones. Yeah, they want to keep Jill around for sure. There's definitely some characters that you just can't, you can just never kill off. You just can't. Take care, Jake. Well, apparently they're trying to get a statue out by the fall time, but it's only in Japan as of now, so if we do, it might just be, you know, we'd have to import it, which means you're paying more for shipping, and it's like, that's a whole nother rant. Whiskers. You've gone senile. It's pure perfection, the ultimate life form. Yeah, with Chris and Piers, yeah. Yeah, that would have been set up for 6. I agree, Cruel. Causing a frenzy on purpose to create more buzz. Yeah, some people were saying that in the chat, you know. It's a theory. And Lola, who knows? They might just completely ignore the statue over here as well. I don't know. Nothing. We haven't seen anything yet. So until we actually see something, I won't believe them until they actually give us something good. What's up, Seabash? I don't know if they're screwing up as much as the John Cena thing. That's a whole nother can of worms. Pass the scooter. If we don't gotta spend ammo on it, we won't. Statue has Leon part of it, so they're intentionally refraining from revealing it. That's what some people are saying, yeah. I've seen that a lot. Which, again, that would make sense. There's several enemy types in the OG. That's what you call variety. From the RE8 jerk-ass Chris, yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they wouldn't have had to ruin him with writing because he would have already been done, so... Oh, Griffin, what's up? Oh, good luck, Will. That sounds busy, man. But don't worry. All this stuff's always archived, so don't worry about being late, because all this stuff is archived always. Because of a DSO agent outfit, a bit of an odd choice. Yeah, well, that's the thing. So in that interview, the producer said that all the DLC and the eye patch and all that shit's all fake. So there actually isn't a Leon pre-order costume. So that has been debunked. So the producer did debunk the Leon stuff. Every single thing that has been a leak, he dunked on everybody and said that's fake. But then, obviously, he had to say, well, yeah, and we're not putting out a demo. So that's really the biggest thing that I'm focused on. You know... You still missed. We are very lucky to have this game. This game is a gem. It's a perfect gem, in my opinion. And it never gets old. You don't like the RE7 style? Why I don't trust the director? Yeah, I mean, again, you're not gonna please everybody. What's up, Jacob? Doing good. Played some good old Remake. We did Chris yesterday. We're doing Jill today. And tomorrow, there won't be a live stream because tomorrow we're working on a couple videos for you guys, which all are pretty much news related. And I'll be working a convention this weekend, so I will not be on streaming. So I was like, fuck it, let me get a couple streams down this week. Give you guys some more content on top of the videos, which is always nice. It's Elisa Trevor. I do like both Spider-Man and Batman villains, honestly. RE5 Remake could be next, man. We don't know. Demon Vector, we'll see. I'd like it to be next. We know they got a remake waiting in the wings, and if they aren't dropping a demo, like I was saying earlier for people that weren't in the chat, if they're not dropping a demo, and they're having a Resident Evil showcase in January, which is pretty much confirmed at this point from Capcom, what better way to kick off the 30th year with an announcement of a new remake at that Resident Evil showcase? Because it's not a Resident Evil 9 showcase. She didn't say that. She just said Resident Evil showcase, which means there's room for, you know, another trailer of RE9. And if you're not doing a demo, then why don't you just make a second thing and say, hey, by the way, here's the remake, you know? Rather had Chris take head of BSA headquarters type role, and what they've done with him these past 2 games. Piers could have been playable replacement for a few games. Yeah, it's true. But I think that kind of goes into some of the flaws within 6, you know, because while some people might like 6 in the chat here, that's fine. There's still a lot of writing flaws that I think also started with 6 that kind of became a consistent writing flaw with 7, in my opinion, and 8. Like, I feel like that kind of started a string of, like, wonky writing, even with different people they've gotten involved, you know? And sure, like, you know, it had the resurgence after 7, and I'm not saying it didn't. It's just, you know, I feel like we could do better in some of those aspects. RA, which had 3 demos, 1 only for PS5 with no time limit, and 2 all platforms, a village, and the castle. Yeah. Well, I remember the Maiden one and then the intro one. I don't remember the 3rd one, but yeah, regardless, we had, you know, we had demos. It's Barry leaving our bitch ass. Mother effer. Oh, man. Yeah, for Wicked, man, yeah, you're going to be busy, man. You're going to be busy. I forgot that comes out this weekend. Callie wants to go see it. Since we're working a convention, we might not be able to see it right away, but maybe we can see it Sunday. Yeah, if RE5 Remake comes out and there's co-op, I'd love to play with everybody, like multiplayer-wise, as far as like mercs and stuff. Yeah, I think the Outbreak style game is not going to happen. I think it seems like they're stepping away from multiplayer stuff. As much as I would love an Outbreak remake and everything like that, it seems like that they're kind of turning away from that a little bit, which does suck because I would love to see that, but doesn't look like we're getting that. But you know, you never know. Because I do think like an Outbreak style game would work a lot better than you know, PvP stuff. Yeah, they're doing a big X-Files reunion. Gillian Anderson, a bunch of others. Michael Rooker's going to be there. Jackie Earle Haley, stuff like that. So yeah, there's going to be a decent amount of people there. Yeah, Stevie Mac. I mean, that sounds about right, honestly. That does sound about right. I'm sure they're going to have it mapped out, you know. Did Wesker himself... Everyone... What? I'm trying to put that together, Tyrell. That's pretty tough. That's what made Chris's campaign ending odd. Says Venom Dave, like Piers pretty much being his babysitter. Keeping him from destructive behavior the whole campaign. Villains pointing out Chris is losing battles. Yeah. I still think Jill should have been in RE6, but that's my thing. One demo was set in the castle basement. That was Maiden. Then before the premiere, there was a demo that started in the village, and then the haunted... haunted grandmother than the last demo was set. Oh, okay. I probably didn't play the last demo because I think they put that out when the game was already out. I'm pretty sure. Because I just remember me and John covering the 2 demos, but, you know, I'm not saying there wasn't a third one, but... Map when you zoom out's a big FU. Yeah, no mods. Honestly, well, the thing is, Dave, the mods that are for Jill, you need to unlock the miniskirt outfit, and I don't have it unlocked yet. That's one of the, like, the harder costumes to get in this game. And I don't know why, but every single costume's like, must be on Jill's miniskirt outfit, must be on Jill. And I'm like, what the fuck? All the mods I got for Jill, I can't even use. And then the ones that I got for BSAA, which is the costume I'm using now that's built in to the game, there was a mod for that, and then it didn't work because a lot of these mods are for older versions of the game, and I actually don't know how to downgrade the version on my Steam. Because I tried to do it like, oh yeah, you click the gear button and then you go to the settings and you can select which one. I clicked the drop down. There is no way to drop this version down, which is annoying because like some of these mods, like RE4 seems to be easy enough because like they're up to date, but there isn't as many mods on Nexus, which is what I use, on this as I thought. So, you know, it sucks. I really wanted to play with like some kind of special whatever, but apparently I can't until I either find out how to downgrade it or I can unlock the miniskirt outfit, and then that can apply to like all the special outfits that the mods have made, which they've made some really cool mods. They have like the old school director's cut outfits on here. They have the Secretary Jill outfit that was cut. They have the Cowboy Jill that was cut. And I really wanted to run that tonight, but everything's miniskirt or nothing. I'm like, all right. Did I not grab what I think I didn't grab? Yeah, I have to go back and grab it. I don't know what PS tier you have, but they still Wakes the Deep on there. I don't have any PS Plus right now. Remember that people were complaining back when they released there's too many demos. They spoil too much. But one demo already exists, so it doesn't make sense. What game do you think has the best costumes? Well, to answer Lola's thing, yeah, I mean, that's at least with demos, it's like you could choose to play it or not. You know, if some people think it does spoil too much, they don't gotta play it. You know, so at least it gives people an option. Same thing with a trailer for anything. You don't gotta watch it. You don't gotta look at the demo that's out there now if you want to be completely like going in blind. You know, which is fine. Best costume is probably RE3 original. Can I tell you why I love Code Veronica so much? Because I like how to wrap the story ever since RE1 and can't wait for Remake. Yeah, I mean, Code Veronica does have a really good story, really good soundtrack. There is stuff they could do a lot better in a remake, you know, to kind of polish it up a bit. But, you know, never say never. I don't think they're doing Code Veronica next, but never say never as far as the timing, you know, because I don't know if it's going to be the next one that they jump on. Sales-wise, I think they're going to go with what sells. They Silent F winning anything at Game Awards? I don't know. I think it's only up for, what, 3 awards? It might win Best, like, Sound Design. OGRE4, yeah, that did have good costumes, too. But I think the amount, the selection, especially, like, if you play, like, the PC version of RE3 or the Dreamcast version, it has, like, all the costumes. So... Alright, it's Lisa Trevor time. We're going to try to save Barry and Chris, so we are going to give Barry back his Magnum. We're going to be nice. We eventually have to do the ending where we kill everybody, or we go out by ourselves, so that will happen eventually on this version of the game. I didn't mind Billy Jacob. I think if they remake it, they can make Billy a better character, because I always like you know, I'm not a Billy hater, but I always just thought he was kind of like just a little flat, you know. Um, That's the thing too. I try to get like the soundtrack mods on here, the original sound effects, and like none of it worked. I technically have them on right now, and they're not working because I think it just has to do with like the version of this game. Because this game had an update in February of this year, and I don't know why. I don't know what it updated, but whatever that did, some of these modders just never put out a patch so it can run on the updated file. So, which it doesn't seem like it'd be that hard to do. So I don't know why they haven't done that, but yeah. Some modders gotta update their stuff because it'd be cool to actually access some of this cool shit, you know? Yeah, this shortcut is key. What's up, Carlos? Yeah, me and John are always talking about theories, doing theory discussion videos when there's a new Resident Evil out. So I'm sure we'll do some more as we see more. But we've kind of covered all bases right now. We do have one that's coming out talking about the connections. We just have to get some footage to plop in the video. So just stay tuned. There's going to be a connections one coming out. But some of it is theory based, but some of it's also based on fact of what we actually know from the connections. But yeah, so yeah, we're always coming up with video ideas, and we're gonna keep it cooking. We're on a good incline right now. We're growing, so we're just trying our best to do what we can, and to give you guys entertainment. So exactly, Stevie Mac. Thank you, Carlos. I appreciate everyone that enjoyed the last video and have been enjoying the videos we got. Also, we need our medals, right? True. You'll know all about them, RWK, when the video comes out. We'll give the gun back to Barry. We also gotta make sure he doesn't get hit off. I mean, I can't always reload it. Lisa just needs a hug. She is a very heartbreaking enemy in Resident Evil in her history. Very sad. Just more people experimented on against their will, and sucks. Alright, Barry's still alive. I was just making sure he wasn't getting hit off the ledge, because I've done that before. You just hear, ah! Cool. Got that medal. Cool deal. Oh yeah, the Umbrella Chronicles scenario with her, yeah. And down we go to the last part of the game, guys. Oh, Wesker gets knocked off. I don't think the dialogue changes. Headshot. What's up, Aaron Hooper? Everything has been well. Good to see you. Got the Mo disc. DLC for Umbrella Chronicles of RE1, like they do a remake. Yeah. They could add stuff like that. Just depends. That's the other mode disc. I'm just gonna take this, take that. Yeah, you end up like Lisa Trevor and several other BOWs. Ain't pretty. Yeah, I'm curious how they'll keep that Wesker model looking, you know? We'll see. I did like the RE4 remake, you know, older Wesker, if you want to call him that. Slightly older. So I feel like he would be similar to that. Alright, now we got to go to the computer. An RE1 remake. I don't think that's selfish. Now, I would love to see that too, even though I love this game. It would be cool to see it, you know, over the shoulder, possibly first person, or, you know, they have those options, you know, available. I know it might seem like blasphemy to some fans, but I think it would be cool. Have I speedrun this game? Yeah. Like, I've sped run it enough to get the achievement. I don't know if I've ever actually given it, like, a fair shot of, like, a genuine speed run. But I would like to incorporate that a little bit more, you know, put practice in and really do proper speedrun. Because I love watching speedruns, you know? You guys ever know something about this game? If you ever actually put in the old password, mole, I think it makes a sound. So this is the password from the first game. Oh no, it doesn't. I thought it did like maybe it was in the GameCube version. I thought it made like some kind of sound if you like put something in wrong. Operation Javier's. I know a lot of people wanted that, man. But it is a cool scenario, but yeah, they're never going to do a standalone game. The best option would have been DLC for 4, but they focused on, or 4 remake, but they focused on separate ways, which was very well done. Oh, is it Tofu? Right, it's Tofu, right? Do I got to type in Tofu or no? It's probably not going to work. No. Okay. It's the Tofu sound. But it didn't do it. So I put it in, but it did not make the sound. That's what she said. Yeah, it was originally supposed to be first person, exactly. So it'd be cool, man. It'd be cool to have like that that option anyway, you know. Their last Mo disc. Nope. I did not mean to do that. God damn it. 8, 4, 6, 2. There we go. Got that. Got that. I know that's first aid spray there, but we got plenty of healing. So. Yeah, if they're rolling with that, man, I don't know if they are. You know, I know it's an easy theory that it could be her mom. It could be. Not saying it's not. It's all possible, but we shall see. But if that's the case, yeah, I'd want her to react accordingly. Mole was supposed to give the tofu Easter egg. Yeah, I don't know why it did. Maybe that's only in the GameCube version. I don't know. I haven't done it in quite some time. Those fucking chimeras. Our first Mo disc here. Gotta save Chris. Can't forget about Chris. Hee 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 hee. You son of a... What? Fuck out of here. That noise. Headshot, bitch. Works on the PS4 version. I have no idea why it wouldn't work on PC. Yeah, that's actually weird. I was also like, I'm pretty sure I'm not misremembering that. I'm pretty spot on with those little things. But yeah. Nemesis or Ustanok? Nemesis all the way. I haven't played Tormented Souls 2 yet, no. I've never seen John bench. Detailed hair gets crap. Uses a magnum, that's why it's on the cover. That would be the biggest fucking plot twist ever. Second Mo disc. Cool. Now we gotta do the fuel canister. $30K, can we get a vid of you and John bench pressing? At $30K? Maybe. Maybe it would be me. Because I don't know if he would want to do that, but not going to put him in any weird, uncomfortable positions, but... No one cares about Barry. Oh my god. I care about Barry. It was identical to the Magnum looks in this game. It actually, yeah, it is. It's very similar. Silver Serpent 357 Magnum. Did you know Crazy Star is very detailed? Maybe she kills the stalker in the beginning act of the game, and the rest of the game is entirely... Yeah. Yeah, I mean, me and John kind of toyed with that theory before, too, where it's like, maybe that's only in the very beginning of the game, you know? Oh my god, it's awful. Are the Hangouts returning one day? Yes. I was actually going to do one today, but I was like, let me just do like a full stream, you know? We're going to also incorporate member Hangouts too, but the, you know, the normal Hangouts that I usually jump on here and talk, those will remain. I know it's been a little bit since we've done one, but I could even, well, yeah, tomorrow's a little tight because we got to work on videos tomorrow. I was like, I could do it tomorrow, but got stuff going on, so got videos to record. Barry is the father. I know people have been saying that. Leon's the father. Barry is the father. Oh my god. Brad, thank you guys for enjoying me playing RE Remake, my favorite remake of all time. Not only Resident Evil, but just period favorite remake of all time. Always fun to play this. With or without mods. Yesterday we had a little fun with the mods. Like I said, I wish I got some of this shit working, but... Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Don't underestimate John. He's a strong motherfucker. For sure. Great left tackle from Mike Tomlin. He even said he was, you know, he probably would have been, because one of the, his old coaches, or not coaches, like, but one of his old, like, teachers, I guess, or that was a coach, like, wanted him to play, but back in the day, like, play football, but, you know, he was just, he was in his era of just gaming, you know what I mean? And he's just like, come on, you'd be so good at this, and, you know, we all go through those phases. Tommy Wiseau is the father. If it's Barry, that would be such a plot. I know, right? That really would be. I banged Alyssa. I cheated. Has to be somebody. Yeah. And who knows if they'll even pay attention to that. Like, will we actually find out who her dad is? Or is it just going to be like, Alyssa's the only one that really matters, you know? Black Friday sales PS5 complete ass so far. Well, give it a little bit, Will. There'll be some more coming. Just be patient in the next week or so. They sometimes do early sales, and sometimes don't bite on them right away, because sometimes it drops even lower than that, so... We're all hanging out. Soaking up the nostalgia. Exactly, Jack. That's the kind of vibe that I want to give off for sure. Just soaking up the nostalgia, hanging out. Father is Kevin from Outbreak. Some people have theorized that as well, legitimately. So. All right. It's magnificent. It's Barry Burton. Barry. This is the 2015 remaster. So this game was only on GameCube up until 2015. 2014, 2015. So yeah. It's it looks badass. It still looks good. Even if you play it on GameCube to this day on a CRT, it looks fucking phenomenal. Last season of Stranger Things. I'm excited for it. I'm caught up, so I'd like to check it out, you know. All right, we gotta go get Chris. Can't forget Chris. And releasing all locks. Except these. No. I have not been watching Welcome to Derry. I've heard good things, but I also don't have HBO. I have ways to get the episodes, though, but I just haven't actually sat down and watched it. Chris. You're not King from Tekken. In life, you jet off and save nobody, right? I damn would, says Lucius. Lucius says, every man left behind. Hey, man. Sometimes you just gotta leave. Nice. Everybody's been loving Welcome to Derry. He's our old partner, you know. I like to check it out. Come on. The squad's all here. This is Brad. I'm a dickhead. Going for all 12 endings. I'm essentially going for all the achievements. So yeah, I mean, a lot of the endings are within those achievements. I don't think you need to get like every single ending. You just need to do variants of like get one, not the other. Don't get them. So yeah, I guess technically a lot of the endings, but
Damn it! We're almost there. Jill,
I don't know if
we
it's
just get in
12,
contact
but
with Brad.
No!
no. So you figure each I guess each character has what, 3 different variants of endings? So it'd be like 6 total, 7. 6, 7, as the Gen Z kids like to say. I'd save my cat too. Remember my bank card? Ah, I hate when he's off camera like that. If you let someone die on the roof, yeah, they will be axed from your ending. SWAT? Oh, we can SWAT it. It's on the hard mode. Cool. GG's, everybody. Round 2 of RE1 Remake complete. The JBL clothesline from hell.
Jill, you
Did
did
a
a
fine
fine
job.
job.
3 hours 7. Cool. Still don't have the miniskirt outfit. I forget what we have to do to get that. I think it's like, I think it might be real survival or it might be one of the under 3 hours, which that was pretty close, but we weren't really playing for time or anything. We're just kind of, you know, the next part of this, when we continue next week, will probably be more like, I'll look at the achievements and see which one we can go for next. One of them is probably going to be the speed run and then not saving anybody, because that's one. So we'll do like a playthrough of that. And then we'll obviously do invisible enemies. We'll do the whole shebang. We've already done this multiple times on this channel, but any update with Resurrection? So it's been a long process of editing for Andrew, but things are looking good. I've seen rough cuts, and it's looking good. So everything's been progressing. Things have been moving, without giving too much away. But yeah, so yeah, it's been good. We're still targeting March for next year for when you guys will see Resurrection and kind of see the fruits of our labor, so to speak, all the hard work and blood, sweat, and tears that went into this project. So yeah, I will continue talking about it. Hopefully a trailer should be dropping at some point. I know there's been some cuts of a trailer as well. I think he's kind of waiting to get a lot of the lock done, the picture lock, so to speak, so everything's done. But yeah. Do they have a disc version of this for PS5? They don't, Priority One. It's on the PS4 with the Origins collection, technically. So if you have that on PS4, that is the version that you would be playing on PS5 anyway. So technically it's on disc. I don't know how long the runtime is, Cruel, like for the final cut. But it's a 4-episode series, so it will be pretty long. It'll be a lot longer than Keeper's Diary, believe that. So basically almost the length of a film. So yeah, so that's just to kind of give you that. But yeah, everything's been good with that. Really excited from what I've been seeing. So again, just keep a lookout. And yeah, I really can't thank you guys enough for your patience, and I can't wait for you guys to see it. I want to shout out Quentin with the $4.99 super chat, Thunders with the 5 gifted memberships, and Kay, one of the longest members for 50 months. That's beautiful. But yes, 4 episodes. It's going to be a great little mini series, as we're calling it. So, you know, very much kind of like a show, you know, in that way, where it's like previously on this, or, you know, very, very connected. You kind of have to watch it as a full sequence. Where I don't know their process of how they want to release each episode and stuff like that, but yeah, March is the goal. So yeah. More Resident Evil content on the way, guys. Like I said, all the news that we talked about today in this stream was kind of a little prelude to what me and John are going to talk about tomorrow. I am aware there's also been Zach Kreger images for his film. There's been more on the Prague Reporter thing that we looked at, so we are going to talk about that. So stay tuned for more videos, and the live streams will continue next week. Like I said, I'll be away at a convention this weekend, but that doesn't mean content won't be recorded beforehand and posted while I'm away. So just keep a lookout for more news. Stay updated on all the socials, Instagram down below, Discord, memberships as well. Sign up and you can get early access to content, exclusive content, custom badges, emojis, merch is down below, and all that good stuff. So thank you guys for the love. Always great to bring this game back on the channel. I'll look for an excuse for that. So yes, it's always good to bring this back. But stay tuned for more videos this week, and I will catch you guys back on the live streams next week. I will be live tonight, of course, between 9:30 and 10 on The Game Complainers, so check out that as well. We're going to be talking about the Video Game Awards, maybe some of this RE news as well. So stay tuned for that. Myself, Perry, Frank, and Fred. And I think that's all the plugs. So thank you guys.